Good day, this is TATA TRONCO CEIBA doing another video. Today's video is going to be on the importance of the women in Palo Mayombe. First and foremost, let me just say that I do not claim to have the absolute truth. This is a request from a special viewer. She's been supporting this channel since the very beginning. I don't want to say her name because I know she belongs to another Munanso. At the end of the day, I know how some godparents might feel about things like that, even though I am not saying anything negative about anybody. The information that I say is, I'm just throwing information to try to clarify a number of things. But at the end of the day, every branch is beautiful. Every branch works differently. Like every individual Munanso works differently. So in the end of the day, that's why I always claim not to have the absolute truth. Because my truth might be different than yours. My practices are, I guarantee you, are going to be different than most people out there. But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to educate people. So that's why I will not mention her name. She knows who I'm talking about. Now, there's certain things a woman shouldn't do. Not that they can't physically do it if they really chose to do it. Because I hear about yayas doing them on a daily basis. Again, I do not claim to have the absolute truth. So please, no hate mail. This is how we do it in our lineage. This is how we do it in our branch. And this is how we do it in this particular Munanso. Like I said, but there's certain criterias that I do not care what branch you're from, your lineage. I don't care which Munanso you're from. There's certain things that a woman simply should not do. Now, that's the negative side. So let's just get through the negative side first. First and foremost, a woman should never do any types of sacrifice. Remember the taboo with the knife. Any types of sacrifice. Any type of construction involving any spiritual vessels. That's why a yaya nganga should have a male that she trusts with her life. And this person, whether you call him bukamfura, whatever the case may be, a male that is able to do sacrifices for her. And of course, she will be directing everything. She will be the one in charge. But this is why she should have a male figure for these things. A yaya shouldn't cut a new initiate. Again, that's why she has a male that she trusts to do these things. But she certainly can, with all the blessings from NSAMBI himself, direct every single aspect of that ceremony. That's her right. You know, she is still the head of that Munanso. It's just when it comes to that, she should have a male do that for her. But she's just directing the whole entire thing. Don't get that wrong. But let's talk about the positive side. I don't like talking about the negative side about anything. I think that the women nowadays in Palo are like they're stagnated mentally because they feel like they're not worth anything, and that is so far from the truth. So let's just talk about the positive sides. I like talking about positive over negative any day. Now, I'll be the first to admit, and I'm a man, but I'll be the first. This TATA right here is admitting that a woman's spirituality is extremely strong. In my personal opinion, I don't want no hate mail. It's stronger than the men. Okay, so right there and then, you guys got us beat. Another important aspect of them, like when you cut the sacred plants, I personally prefer a yaya to do that than myself. they're able to do readings. There's plenty of them that are great at that. They're able to do any types of cleansings, um, any types of spiritual works. Again, like I said, everybody does things differently. I just don't want no negativity, but I'm just putting this out here to let the women know how important they really are. Especially when it comes to making up the kimbanza, the spiritual bath. That's their territory. And singing the mumbles. I mean, singing of those sacred mumbles, that's something that they're not, they don't have taboo, and they're extremely great. Like I said, their spirituality is so strong that I prefer. My yaya knows that I'm teaching her how to sing these mumbles for a reason, because I need that energy. I prefer. I mean, like I said, males, but you gotta have the yayas in there singing the sacred mumbles. Now, like I said, this is the way of this particular Munan, so I'm not here to offend anybody. I don't want no negative comments. If for some reason you feel so strong about what I'm saying in this video, simply just don't watch my content. I mean, I'm not forcing anybody. I'm just telling the female how important they are and how we do it in this Munanso. Now, there's specific spiritual works that I prefer to have a yaya next to me, for the simple fact that I need her spirituality. I need that energy to do that particular work. I'm not going to mention them, but there's certain spiritual works that I much rather have a yaya next to me in order for her to help me out manifest these types of work. And most importantly, again, no hate mail. Most importantly, if there isn't a yaya nganga present in any of these initiation ceremonies, it simply isn't valid. There was no spiritual birth. A man cannot physically or spiritually give birth. That comes back to the gift, the abilities that the women themselves have. And last but not least, the women, the yayas, are what balances the balance in a munanso. They're the ones that brings that balance in that munanso. They're the ones that should bring that love, that feel of love and unity in a munanso. Let's not fool anybody, even in a normal family. The one that radiates 90% of the time, radiates love, is a female. I'm not saying there's not exceptions, because I know men personally that have been raising female, especially that I know one particular that's been raising 3 girls, which are no longer little. They're 16 and to 20 years of ages, and he's done it all by himself. You know, much respect for somebody like that. But on average, in a regular house, the woman's the one that relates the love. So same thing, it rolls over to the spiritual munanso. So, ladies, do you see how important you truly are to this religion? You need to take those blinds off, accept the taboos, but they're not really going to interfere, because like I said, when it comes to those taboos, you have a specific male that does that for you under your guidance, and then the rest, everything else in the religion, you're free to do, and you guys are extremely great at it. I'm actually working with a very special yaya at this moment. I'm not going to mention her name, but she knows who I'm talking about. And in my heart, I know that she's going to be somebody great in this religion. I just got to get her molded. I got to get her up to par. But I know in my heart that eventually this child's going to be somebody great. much love to all my godchildren on that aspect, since I'm talking about a particular yaya. And I just wanted to make this video because the women are so important, but at the end of the day, they don't feel like it. They don't act like it. So please take it from me. You guys are extremely important. So until next time, stay humble, be kind to one another. May NSAMBI bless you and yours. Assalamu alaikum.